insane. Electric pulse runs through your veins. I wanna baptize you in hellfire. You turn it down, you know your ass is lame. Don't mess around with the volume. Crank it to 10, it's meant to be loud. Pop your fist, bang your head and embrace the pain. Guarantee you one thing will never let you down. Let the music just take control. Can't take the pain and it's time to go. If it's too loud then you're way too old. There ain't no show like a heavy metal show. Now, you're still not sure of what you got. Then let us get you on the same page. 'Cause we're here to stay whether you like it or not. I'd like a shot from a smoking 12 gauge. You never thought that we could persuade you. Well, fast and loud is the only way to play. Feel the force pulsing through your veins. It drives you crazy, it drives you insane. Let the music just take control. Can't take the pain, then it's time to go.
Good evening, race fans. My name is Blaine Donlin. You are watching Tarnation TV here on YouTube. TarnationTV.com is the website. All of the music tonight will be provided by the Street Brothel. Link at the bottom of the page and in the description, or at the bottom of your screen and in the description, www.reverbnation.com/the Street Brothel. Friends of mine, and they are glorious enough to allow me to use their tunage. We can find them on Spotify and basically every other single thing that exists for streaming music. Tonight you are watching Talladega Nights broadcast, year-end, last race of the year for Talladega Nights. It is a team event, so it should be a lot of fun. We've got 8 teams, 5 drivers apiece, should be about a 40-car field. I'm looking at the TeamSpeak numbers right now, and the room looks full. So we've got an excellent turnout, and should be very, very cool just because it is a team race. Definitely going to be a different dynamic tonight, too, with not so much one driver trying to win. You could win the race, but if you got no teammates around you, that's not going to matter. If you do want to find out the final tally of the points, I will release a YouTube short on this channel, so if you do subscribe to it, a short will pop up within the next couple of days once the admin team reviews the final results of the race, tallies up all the points, and then we'll have official numbers for the winners. At the end of the broadcast, we probably will be able to see which team definitely got to the line as a group and won the team event, but we'll do our best to figure that out as fast as possible. So much like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the great TV show, I'm going to ask Regis Philbin if I can phone a friend, because we got... Just going to give him a call here, one sec. What this is, I'm calling my buddy Jono on Discord. Hopefully he's still awake.
Hello.
Oh, hey now, man. What's going on? This is Blaine. Can I speak to Jono?
Well, hold on.
Yeah, let me go get him.
Just 1 second. Hey, Jesus. You're wanted.
We need you, bro. Oh, man. Welcome to the...
Well, yes, my son.
Exactly. Welcome to the live broadcast, dude. Your name is Jonathan Berry. Your information is on the screen. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
All right. What's up, everybody?
The Twitter and the Instagram handle are as follows.
Do you have my handle?
Is it not Jono BRC?
That's what it is on Twitter.
Oh, you changed your Instagram handle, did you not?
Yes, I believe it is. Well, I'm gonna try
Warrior 28.
I'm trying to swipey here so I don't close things on anybody, because that would be extremely silly of me. Woven Warrior 28. Yes, sir.
It is Woven Warrior 28. Cool. Well, that's good info.
Can I just test my mute option just real quick here?
You can do whatever you want, man. Apparently it's working.
All right, cool. That works. All right, right on.
Yeah. So anyway, tell us, like, you're glorious enough to allow us to basically use all the music and stuff that you guys create on live stream I'm doing, and just talk about your bands and all the instruments you play. And
well, I first of all thank you to everybody that's enjoying the tunes. That means a lot to me personally. I put these things out there, and I don't get a whole lot of love.
Well, a lot of the drivers
have
been commenting on this, saying like, "Man, the music you play is great." I'm like, okay, well, let's get the guy.
Oh, this is it's very awesome, and I appreciate it. In terms of instruments, man, I'll play anything that makes a racket. I mean, obviously I'm main guitar as well as bass. Guitar in the Street Brothel. I play bass in Rise of Dissension and Godthorn. Do a little the BRC that was in my Twitter handle. It's for Black Rapids Crossroad. It's me and one of my fellow musical brothers in the other groups. We do a little acoustic jams. So,
it's a wide spectrum, to say the least.
Oh yeah, and I've been teaching myself like hardcore, like screaming. Just
you sent me a clip, so like, because you're not a singer, really. You do backup vocals.
But I'm telling you, I'm teaching myself how to do this, man, and it is fun as hell. Sometimes, some days I work a little too hard, my throat hurts, but
yeah, but once you get it down, it won't hurt, and that's the point, right? Practice makes perfect.
Exactly. I'm trying to practice so like it's easy. Like I'm really a work smarter, not harder kind of person,
Yeah. So you don't want to damage.
No, work smarter, not harder, folks. That's what it's all about. Yeah, you don't want to damage anything. You don't want it to be like stressful. You want it to, you just want it to feel kind of natural as I guess it can. I'm in the car by myself all night, so I just go to town, man. No one can hear me.
That's the thing. Yeah, just let it rip. You're your own best friend in the vehicle all by yourself. Just start screaming out the windshield. But,
hell yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, the little loop you made for the start of this broadcast, which I usually use, is awesome. We play all kinds of DSB stuff and Rise of Dissension stuff and Godthorn stuff. It's pretty slow for a NASCAR race. I've only used that a couple times, but I still definitely get it in there. But thanks for coming on the initial introduction of the race tonight, man. You're going to be watching or you got stuff to do?
I'm going to have it on in the background, man. I've got to actually... I got to go into work early tonight. It's crazy.
Oh, well, the great thing about YouTube is you can just watch it later.
Okay, absolutely. But I'll definitely have her going. I totally just had a mind F moment.
Mind cramp.
I was going to say something. I totally forgot what it was.
You do other stuff on YouTube. Is that where you were going?
Oh, yes. I have this YouTube channel with a very lovely gentleman by the name of, coincidentally, Blaine Donlin.
That is me.
And we just how we're shooting the breeze right now. We figured, let's put a camera in front of us and talk about random stuff. And you can find us on YouTube. And we've got, geez, man, I looked at our list of videos the other day. There's long. So many. Oh, it's long, bro. It's long.
We've been doing it for a couple of years. The show is called Down in a Hole because we film it in my cellar. And we're huge fans of Alice in Chains.
Loves the Chains, yes.
But
and it's, it was just, I remember we were just chilling at my place, sitting on the couch, just having a good chat. Every chat we have is a good, deep chat. They're always, doesn't matter, if we're texting, if we're on the phone, if we're chilling in person, we always have good chats. So we're sitting there and I'm thinking, what if we just put a damn camera in front of us? What if we get a couple, you think maybe we get a couple clicks on YouTube?
Oh, a couple. We've got a few thousand.
Yeah, it's good. It's
some videos. A few thousand.
Yeah, but it's just it's natural. It's we shoot the breeze and chill and chat and talk about all kinds of stuff, music, movies, crazy random news events, professional wrestling. We're kind of, it's us. We're not, there's no phony BS. We're not trying to, we're not trying to market ourselves in a certain way to get clicks, and we're not trying to, it's just literally a camera in front of us down in a hole. We're chilling, shooting the breeze.
Thing. Yeah, and it's if you would imagine a couple of dudes just sitting in a garage having a pint on a weekend. Well, we just went, sometimes we do this with a camera in front of us, and it's a lot of fun. So, and
it's more we look at it as I don't know, I'm pretty sure I could speak for both of us when I say we look at it as more like a hobby.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a full-time job.
No, we're definitely and apparently the algorithm just changed too, so now it's even harder to make money on YouTube. So it was never ever in the plans. We never ever sat there and even talked about planning to make money. It was just this will be fun. We have jobs, we pay our bills. This is just,
let's throw it up there and have some fun and see if people watch it, and then later on down the line, we've got a diary online and your kids can watch it and your grandkids.
Just exactly. If you get a chance to check it out, Please, like, even just give us a subscribe. Even if you like ignore our notifications, just even the subscribe helps. It's cool.
Yeah, it's called Down in a Hole, and it is on the YouTube channel. And in the description below, you'll find a link to it. Maybe
And
not right now. I may have forgot to actually put it in the description, but it'll be there when the race is done. I'll update that.
Our faces will be there too.
Oh, 100%.
You'll see our faces.
You actually get to see what we look like. That's craziness.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, this race is about to start, so I should probably let you go and get logged into it.
You guys, give her, have fun, enjoy the race. Thank you for the call and the invite. Thank you, everybody, for checking out the tunes. That groovy tune that you guys have been digging, that totally came out by accident. It's just total fluke one day. But anyway,
I love it.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, man. Have yourself a fantastic evening. I'll let you go, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
All right, ciao, brother.
Thanks, man. So there you go, the legendary Jonathan Berry live on the show. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks for the music. And this is Street Brothel that you have been listening to. This race is about to get going, so definitely check out Jonathan's stuff on Twitter at JonoBRC, on Twitter at JonoBRC, and on Instagram at WovenWarrior28. And of course, the Day Street Brothel. ReverbNation.com/the Day Street Brothel. So, now we can fire up this race. So tonight's race, like I said, is going to be a team-based event. It should be a lot of fun watching the teams battle it out here. There's going to be 8 teams, all mixed manufacturers. There's some Hondas in there, a bunch of Chevys, Fords, Dodges. And I think there's some Toyotas. There is some Toyotas. Currently, I do believe we are almost full with 37 drivers currently attached to the server. I should probably get in there, as I would need to occupy a space to broadcast the race. But this will be a 66-lap race tonight. Damage will be set to moderate, and the pit stop frequency will be set to 2 times multiplier. What does that mean? Well, as in real life, they could probably go maybe 40 laps on a tank of gas and not needing tires. We crank this up to multiply by 2, so the pit window is going to be around 18 to 20 laps for fuel. And tires are pretty lenient on this track. So that's nice to see, because at least that way, you're not scraping by on tires. The event tonight, of course, as I said before, Tarnation TV, we're broadcasting for Talladega Nights, final race of the year, racing into 2023 in style. We've got drivers in this server today, in this race today, from all kinds of different leagues. We got guys from Rolling Thunder. We got guys from BSR. I don't know if there's any FSB guys. We got CCR guys. We got all kinds of guys. Afterburner, Open Speedway, coming in from all over the place. The drivers also, if you want to stay tuned to the end of the broadcast, instead of an end credit scroll, it will be replaced with a similar scroll, but it will be driver biographies. League administration offices were hard at work all this week, gathering the talent to take place in this race. And basically what it is, everybody who showed up today was asked to submit some information about themselves. Where you from, where you living, how many kids you got, like whatever you want to do. What are your favorite video games? How long you been playing this game? What car do you drive? Who do you race with? What league? Blah, blah, blah. So all that stuff will be rolling up your screen at the end of this broadcast. And like I said, it's quite a hefty list, because there is approximately 40 drivers this evening. So it is fun to read some of these things if you want. Let me see here. I got tons of paper. Jeff sent me emails, and look at all this gosh darn paperwork I got. Look at all these drivers. Who am I going to talk about? I don't even know. Well, here's one. Team White Dodge, the number 44 car. Get comfortable, children. Story time. Ken Roberts, West Bend, Wisconsin. Racing experience, 2002 to 2007. Took a break, came back 2020 to 2023. Also the present. Favorite NASCAR driver is Tony Stewart. Not just NASCAR, Tony Stewart races everything. Favorite track, Bristol. Short track. Race leagues affiliated with is Talladega Nights and Rolling Thunder Gaming. Talladega Nights is a fairly new league within the last couple of years. Rolling Thunder Gaming is the complete opposite. It's been around for 20 years. That's how long some of these guys have been around racing with this thing. Continuing on down Ken Roberts' list. Race team, the Burnt Screwdrivers Racing. Fun fact about Ken, he's been kicked out of most go-kart tracks in Glenburg, Tennessee. Huh. We should get Ken on the broadcast and figure out why. He's probably just bumping and grinding too hard, racing guys into a chicane and sending them into the pond. I've never done that. Well, go-karting, never done it. There's this awesome go-kart track. I always remember it from high school. I still have the membership in my wallet. And you needed a license to get a membership to this place. These things were wild. And it was indoors. And they laid down a lot of rubber on that floor. And man, it was fun. And they had a vote to change the configuration of the track. So it had been there so long, that track, that my dad actually had a membership to it from like the 70s. And then they reconfigured the track. So I don't know what they did with the floor, because they would have had so much rubber laid down from that current configuration that it would have been weird to change it. You know, all your grip is in the corners, and man, you'd come out of that place tired. Like very, very tired. Because those little cars, they were governed to a point, but yeah, they were hard to hold on to. Currently, the boys are out here practicing right now. Get some practice laps in here. Get a look at some of these vehicles. Pat McCarsky in the 84 silver Chevrolet. Out there tailgating.
All right, Blake, you got a copy?
Who is talking to me? 1 second here. We're going to talk to Jeffrey. Jeffrey Elliott, live on the air, watching practice. What's happening, buddy?
Hello, Blaine. How you doing, bud?
Not bad.
We're getting ready to go qualifying here in about 3.5 minutes. We're waiting on a few more drivers to show up, but it's going to be close. But we definitely have 4 on every team, and some teams have 5, so we're ready to rock and roll.
Right on, man. Yeah, it looks like a full room. I can barely see myself on that screen, so that's just going to be a riot.
So you are in here, correct?
We are in here, yes. We're just watching practice right now.
Tarnation TV is in the house. So, hey, I want to appreciate you coming out here. And it's, drivers' meetings and questions and all that good stuff with these new guys. And hopefully we put on a good show. And that's all we can ask for. And root for the orange Honda team, Blaine. Would you do that for me?
I will definitely do that. Let me guess, you're driving one of those 400 cars.
You know, some guy painted it named Blaine, so I have to drive it. So actually, you painted all these cars, most of them. But you are always my partner in team races. So, you know, I got to keep the orange going, the orange Hondas, man.
Yeah, we got to get a win on those Hondas, man, because like we did brutal last time. I think we came in dead last as far as the teammates went.
Yeah, you're right, and hopefully
one of us finished in the front row, and then the rest of us are at the back.
You know, hopefully we're going to stay out of the wrecks, because you know they're going to happen. Unfortunately, it's Talladega with this crowd. It's amazing, you know. So hopefully we'll get through it, and we're there at the end as a team, and that's what this is all about, being a team. And let's close out 2022 with a bang.
That's the thing, man. Racing hard into 2023. It's going to be a fun broadcast, a different broadcast. Definitely, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, this is something new for you, and I hope you enjoy it.
It'll be good. I'm gonna have no problems having fun with this one.
You just make sure you play my music. That's all. If I got the music in my ear driving, I'm good.
Yeah, there's lots of music tonight. We got local sponsors on music, so we're good to go.
All right, my friend. I'm gonna get back up there and make sure everybody's doing what we're supposed to be doing, getting ready for this bad boy. And let's wish us luck, the NASCAR gods. Let's pray, and let's do this.
Let's do it, man. Thanks a lot. Get at it.
All right. Call me when you need my help, and we'll get these guys down here after the pole sitter.
Perfect. Yeah. All you got to do is have you guys qualified already?
No, we're 1 minute away.
Okay, perfect. So after qualifying, yeah, send me the pole sitter and happy hour to give him a chit chat.
Tempo. All right, young man. I'll
Thanks,
talk
man.
to you. Yes, sir.
Okay. Jeffrey Elliott, league administrator and owner, Talladega Nights. You may have noticed here watching practice, it's some new camera angles. So we've hired a new camera crew. So it should be fun. I've been messing around with some camera angles the last week or so, just to kind of give it a different look. Maybe going into the new year. And some of these, the spectator camera's a little bit suspect, but some of these other ones are pretty cool. So I'm still getting used to where these cameras are sitting. So the tracks are designed. The track creator has to also place the cameras and how they move, and like what you're watching right now is all controlled by whoever put the track together, but people can change those files. So I installed a different camera file, and it's working out pretty good. I'm a big fan of making it look just a little bit different. Some of these panning shots on the back straight are different and fresh. So hopefully everything goes swimmingly this evening. Like I said, it's going to be a long race, 66 laps. It's 35% of the entire distance of the normal real-life race that would occur here. Let's see if there's any more white Dodges out here. They're all blue Fords. I painted these cars too. Gary Mingus also painted some of these cars. So between Gary and myself... Oh, there we go. I guess that means they are now starting to qualify. Yeah, between Gary and myself... A lot of these cars, well, all of these cars were painted either by myself or by Gary Mingus. And Gary is out there today, I do believe. He is out there. I do not know exactly what number he is. Let's sort by G, Mingus, 95. So he'd be driving one of those blue cars. A blue Ford, I think, is the 90 series. That's also another little thing that is... when we designed the cars and we numbered the cars, they were in a sequence, so you know who your teammates are. So say, for instance, you're driving a black Chevrolet. The black Chevrolets are 50s. So 50, 51, 52, 53. So at least if you're racing on the track, or even if you're watching at home on the YouTube feed, and you're seeing the stats come across the ticker, what's going to happen is it'll just be easier to see what team people are on, you know. And I don't know, like, hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. So right now we're looking at Pat McCarthy in the 84, driving a silver Chevrolet with the blue doors. So every other driver that's on his team will be in 85 or an 81. Those cars will all look the same. Number 5, so yeah, number 1 to 9, I believe, are Gary's cars. These are the red ones. There's another one of Pat's teammates, number 80. Those two Fords, exactly the same except for the numbers, 93 and 96. The brand new light blue Chevys are the 880 series, so there's 880 to 884, so there's 5 of those cars. Same with the 770s. So at least when you're watching at home, or you are one of the drivers on the track, if you need to look down at the relative, the relative is the standings, the live standings of where the cars are on the track. You can see who your teammates are. You don't need to remember their names, because every time we do a team race here, everybody gets assigned a completely different car. Unlike a regular race where the drivers would be in the specific numbered... Whoa, there we go, split the uprights. The drivers will drive their normal car every single week. They'll drive the same number every week. Here, it's completely random every time, so it's hard to remember who's on your team, what their numbers are. So at least you just have to kind of pay attention to the sequence. Now the Honda's a 400 series. Just try to keep it separated on the number style or the number sequence. So we are waiting for a few drivers to fill out the 40. A couple guys are running late, people working and whatnot like that. So the race, the green flag will not go off right at 9:30 this evening. We are still practicing, qualifying, happy hour, and then the green. I'm anticipating green flag if anybody needs to go get a drink or take a break of any kind. Smoke them if you got them. I would suspect this race will be going green probably within 15 to 20 minutes. So I would say 9:45, 9:50 Eastern Standard Time would probably be green flag racing. And that'll take us 66 times around this monstrosity. At top speed, it is about a 48-second lap. It's fun watching practice. Oh, we got turned. Absolute catastrophe. Thank goodness it is one of the best simulators ever created, but you can hit the reset button, so that's a bonus. The car will be fine, and so will the driver. Let's see if I can still run the tunes. He wants to play some music. Yeah, no, it won't work. I love how it'll work, but then it won't work, so that's pretty neat. Anyway. Curious where Joseph's going. I just pulled up his bio. Born in Boca Raton, Florida, FAU student, journalism major, owner of Solomon JLP Racing. And he has 70 career wins. I have none. So right off the hop, this guy's won way more than I have ever won in my entire life. Journalism major. Oh, he disappeared. Bye, Joseph. Who's this? Pat. Pat races in a lot of leagues. I mean, I've raced with Pat in, I think I first met him in the Fast. There's a league called Fast. He definitely knows what he's doing. He knows how to drive a car around this track. We are now into qualifying. If you guys want to watch me run menus, and you probably do not, I'm going to put that static screen back on as these guys get ready to qualify. This game is old, so I still have to join as a driver. It's the only way for this to happen. So you get these weird little behind-the-scenes glitches. They're not even glitches. They're just me having to jump in the car and then retire. Tonight's race sponsored in part by the Street Brothel. Thanks for the music, guys, and thank you for Jonathan for joining me at the introduction of this event this evening. I've known him for a very long time. Same with the guys in the band in the Street Brothel. It's the same group of almost the same group of guys in the band Rise of Dissension and in Godthorn as well. The drummers and the bass players kind of flip-flop around, but at the end of the day, everybody comes out to the gigs. Godthorn show, the Rise of Dissension, the extra guys will just come and watch, so it's always a fun night at the local pub. I've been following those guys around now for a very long time, and they've always been very gracious in allowing me to use their music. in YouTube videos or anything like that. Mr. Blaine Donlin. Hey, man, what's happening? Jeffrey.
Hey, we are qualifying now, 2.5 minutes. Then we're going to have 5-minute happy hour, and off we go.
Yeah, right on. A little bit behind schedule, but has everybody showed up?
Dan just popped in. We're just missing one person, so that's we can do. 39.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough.
You've been doing a lot of work this week, man. You had to go wrangle all these guys up and see if you could get them committed to the race, and they all came through.
Crossbow had to cancel. His mother fell down, and they took her to the hospital. And Randy Claff, Hemi never showed up. So Claffin, he was in, then I told him he wasn't in. Now he's back in. So yeah, we're just one driver short. So that four-man team will get the average finish of the other team's fifth driver. Will get the points for the average of those teams for their team. That makes sense.
Right. So yeah, every team just kind of goes down to 4 then. Right.
But actually 5. So the 5th place team average on every team, a score will be divided into 7.
Oh.
And they'll get that points for his 5th place position for that team.
Right. Just take that average of the lot and then create the 5th driver. Yes, we are, man. We're always live.
We are live on air. Well, hello, everybody.
Oh, man, now what do I say? I'm nervous.
What's going on me there? Well, I just want to give a shout out to you. Thanks for being patient. And hi to my family if they're watching. And I'm very tired. Yes, this has been a lot of work. And but hey, look at it. It's lit up, man. So let's just see how this thing goes.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I can't wait to watch this thing. I've never broadcasted a team race before, and then when half these cars, I painted half of them, which is also cool. So that's it's good to see my scrap heaps racing around out there. And like I said, man, those blue Chevys, they're illegal. I put illegal spoilers on those things, so those are going to be fast.
Yeah, they look fast, and even your split pea soup.
Yeah, it looks like an infant child had an accident on those cars. They're disgusting.
Nice. Let me get you the pole sitter down here real quick.
Cool. Qualifying is complete. There's so many drivers in here, I can't even see my screen. Okay, there we are. I don't even know who the pole sitter is. Let's see. Standings, Greg Level. The number 81 of Greg Level. Qualifying in first place. I guess I can show you guys this. Here's the qualifying list. The 52.427. Always at the top. Bernie Mobs, Rodney Sullins, Bob Seminaire and Ken Roberts, Tim Nofsker, Chuck McClure. All these guys are from Rolling Thunder, so these is going to be the team to beat. Greg, you got me.
10-4, buddy. What's up, buddy?
Oh, not much, man. Congratulations again on a pole position.
All right, Mr. Blaine, I brought Mr. Greg Lavelle down here, the pole sitter of this team race.
So yeah, again, Blaine, I got people talking it to my ears here on the whisper key.
Oh,
Sorry
I got you.
that.
I was just saying that congratulations on yet another pole position, sir.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Plans tonight? You got friends out there? I guess you're kind of forced into with a team event to kind of stick with people you may not be familiar racing with. So how's that going to work?
I just try to hold that center lane and, try not to get too close to people and, just try to race smart, man. Have real good pit stops and just try to stay out of wrecks, try to stay out of trouble.
With a 66-lap race, is there a different strategy on the pit stops? Do you hold off on switching tires or do any of that crazy stuff?
Yeah, it really all depends on the cautions, Blaine. Really.
Yeah, right on. Well, it should be a fun race, man, and we'll definitely be watching because that's my job. So good luck out there and shiny side up. Don't roll that thing.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
Right on, man. Greg Lavelle usually races the 088. He's in the 81 tonight. Currently locked on to Stephen Branstetter here in the 443 Honda, which does not exist.
I was shocked to run that laptop, Jeffrey.
There we go. Yeah, they're still in the broadcast room, so we'll just mute that. Got a whole bunch of people watching this. My brother Ryan's on there. My buddy Brad. If you need to comment on the YouTube page, I'll try to watch it. I got like 9 screens going on here, so it's pretty wild. But it's definitely going to be a fun race. Just remember, too, every car you see on the track, there's a person driving it. So it's definitely going to be a very, very good race. I suspect these guys, too, is at the start of this thing, they're not going to be bump drafting too hard. 66 laps around this monster is going to be, it's a little bit dicey. They'll probably be pretty cautious to start. But it definitely will be good. The pit window's going to be around. Oh, we're locker up going into the pits. Oh, yeah, we're practicing, buddy. It's okay. Chuck McClure with a hot pit. That's what they call a hot pit. Don't scratch that car, Chuck. I painted that yesterday. It's brand new. Now, these ones don't have the illegal spoilers. The green ones do. These ones have illegal wheels. And they go really fast also. Every time I paint a car, I make sure they're highly illegal. That way, hopefully they win. Want to ride along with, if Chuck goes for another lap here, we'll ride the cockpit with him while he practices his pit stops. He's looking for a buddy right now. He's looking for a drafting buddy. That's what we call a pit party. Somebody hopefully come up behind him. He will not hook onto the end of that draft. I really hope our new camera crew does a good job tonight. Like I said, there's a couple new camera angles. I'm definitely going to take some time getting used to where these cameras are sitting. But if you want to check out the website, TarnationTV.com does exist. The YouTube channel, you are watching it, you can subscribe to that. If you click on the bell, I mentioned before, because this is a team race, whoever wins the race technically doesn't like win the race. It's a collective team point tally. So unless we've got a team going across the line all beside each other, we're not really going to know who won the race. It's going to take a lot of mathematics to kind of run through 40 cars and add it all up and figure it out. If you do subscribe to the YouTube channel and get notified, I will release a short in the coming days whenever those results are final. And we will have a final point tally of all the teams and who actually wins as a group collective. So this is not, you do need to have friends here at Talladega. Obviously, the bump drafting is a big, as you can see right here on your screen, the blue Fords are definitely sticking together. But this is what you'll see all night, not necessarily people you are used to racing with might not be on your team, like a lot of these Rolling Thunder guys, like Tim Nosker and Bob Seminara, I don't believe they're on the same team. We got Gary Mingus, who's at Mark Pagula, Gary Mingus, Greg Palmer, and Seminara. So Palmer and Seminara race together a lot. As you can see there, they can pit right beside each other and not even get tangled up. The other guy's behind them, but... Oh, he's scratching the paint, boy. Scratching the paint. All right, we're going green.
I need the driver, the crew chief, and the hauler.
Maybe I should just race. Nah, I won't race. Can't do that. I gotta broadcast it. Well, they're re-racking them.
I need the driver, the crew chief, and the hauler.
Just as predicted. I'm a little bit early on my prediction, actually. I predicted maybe quarter 2, but it is currently...
I want you guys to help out on
On three, 3, 2, 1. Drivers, start your engines.
Crank them up, Tank. Crank them up. Light it off.
Oh, they're re-racking them again. That's the third time.
I need the driver, the crew chief in the hauler.
Just when we're ready to go. Sometimes I have issues with the game crashing when I have to restart and retire multiple times. So hopefully we are good to go here.
I need the driver, the crew chief in the hauler.
Hopefully we're good to go this time. Last week I had some issues retiring because sometimes the game just doesn't like it. The only thing that really happens when I have to retire or when the game crashes in a reboot, I kind of just lose all the pit boxes.
Guys to help out.
But
On three, 3, 2, 1. Drivers, start your engines.
Crank them up.
and as we roll around here on a full parade lap, we got Greg Lovell there on the pole, so he will get lane choice. The first place car always gets lane choice, so he can choose the left or right side. The 47 car, the white car on the high line, would have to switch with him. But I know Greg, again, he will not give up that line. Right where he is now is where he is going to want to race for the majority of the evening. So let's see if I can get a hold of Jeffrey. Jeffrey on Whisper Live in the booth. You got me, bud?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hear you.
Oh, see, now I can't just click on car number 53. What number are you? Oh, there you are, 446. Gotcha.
446, sir. I'm in the back somewhere. I'm going to hide back here for a while. It's crazy.
Yeah. You like
Van
hiding.
Lavelle could not make the race. Unfortunately, he didn't make it in time.
Oh, okay. Who was that? Sorry, again?
Dan Lavelle belongs to the Green Dodgers.
Oh, that's too bad. So we're only one driver short. So we have a 39 car
Two
field.
drivers short.
Oh, two drivers short. Right on. 66 laps around this thing, so it should be a lot of fun. You got your work cut out for you, but you do have some friendly assistants out there, security teams and administrators to help you. Who's your crew? I know Roberts is in there and Dixon and.
For admins, we got Greg Bell, Bob Dixon, Ken Roberts, myself, Keith, and we have a pitbull doorman named Greg Palmer.
Greg Palmer. Anybody gets out of shape, you're gonna have to deal with Palmer. All right, man, we're going green. I'll let you get at it.
All right, Bubba, here we go.
Jeffrey Elliott, owner of the league, rolling around back in the back of the pack, driving the orange Hondas. He loves those things. I'm a big fan of them too. I painted those things, and they're also illegal. They have no windshield. That way, there's no wind resistance. Pace car's out of the way. Green flag is in the air. 66 laps. Away we go. Currently focused on the lone Honda up near the front of the field. So he right now is all by himself. The other four Hondas, as you can see, are racing in the back. They're the orange and black cars. Up front, it looks like we're loaded with Chevys and Dodges. These guys are going to leave a lot of space, I would imagine, right now. Probably try to, in the next 10 or so laps, try to find their buddies. Try to get hooked up. It's a lot different racing style because you will get beside guys or behind guys. And if you can, you're not really going to race your teammates that hard. You're not going to try to push them out of the way and overtake them. You're just going to, Talladega Super Speedway, man, you're going to get behind. If all five of it in a team can get nose to tail, they're probably going to stay like that and just drive themselves right to the front. Doug Hewlick in the 882, currently focused on him. Gary Heiser in the 52, black Chevrolet. Down the bottom, Keith Bynum 773 car, ugly, disgusting green. I purposely made those cars as ugly as I possibly could. Got the light blue Chevys up front. They're on the running that high line. Want to see what it looks like in the cockpit of Tim Knopfsker of the 881. That's what he's looking at right now. Not to mention there's cars to his left. I always wait a couple of laps before I turn on the information tickers, just because it does take a couple laps for that information to sort of start coming through, so. Currently on lap number 4 of 66. Current laps are right around the 48-second mark. We're up to top speed now, right now about 200 miles an hour. You can see these teams trying, the green cars are finding each other back there. Way out to the side there. Who is that? We're not going to be able to find him. Is he going to get back in line? They will allow him to come back in line. That's Greg Palmer in the 94. And I do believe we have yellow flag out on the course here. So these guys will start rolling out of it when they come around to the back stretch and pick up the pace car. Some new rules in place here at Talladega Nights. Tonight is the first time they're doing this. Every week, if an accident is caused, and it's not just an accident, and like, you know, it was actually someone's fault, you are required to claim it as your fault. You won't be allowed to pit. You'll be asked not to pit. First time by with everybody else. You wait, you go around a second time, you're allowed to pit. Get full service. That will put you near the back of the pack. So there's no black flag involved. You just be asked to pit the second time around, get full service, and then wherever you land at the back of the pack, that's where you can stay. If you do not claim it and they find out later, you will be penalized one whole lap. So the new rule is, if nobody claims it, Bob Dixon is in charge. He drives the 43 car. He will actually pull over and look at the replay, and they will penalize a guy right on the track. That's a shame, but that's just how it has to happen. I'm currently in replay mode here, seeing if I can find the point of caution. So I can get you guys a replay of what happened. It's probably that car. But yeah, so if you think you caused a yellow, you better pit second time around. Because if Bob has to pull over and make a call, they will ask you to park your car. Replay mode, here we go. 83 of Craig Hagley. Oh, there it is. Somebody washed up a little bit. Who's that? Oh, yeah, just a bumper hook. Wow, that car got an awful lot of air under it for no good reason at all. Always fun to watch these replays. Car gets out of shape up front there. Nothing happened in that situation. And then right there, bumper hooked the orange car. Catch fence keeps him inside the track. That car right there, of the 01 of Randy Claflin, is looking pretty crushed. And that's Pat Makarski in the 8-4. Hopefully these guys won't have to retire. It appears that Pat Makarski has retired from that wreck. Roof damage on a track like this is definitely not good. It's one of those things where, yeah, aerodynamics, if you have some rear end damage, it's not too bad because if the back of the car, it'll just be fine. But let's see if I can get a hold of Pat. Can you send me Pat, Jeff, if you can hear me? Jeff is always busy, especially with a full field like this.
Blaine, Pat is gone for the evening.
Oh, Pat has left completely for the night?
Yeah, see, I got Taylor on there wrecking a new car. He's left for the evening.
Oh, okay, roger that. Yeah, we had, wanted to talk to him. We got a little bit airborne. I wanted to see what it looked like from his view that we were looking at it. But, yeah, unfortunate for Pat. Thanks, man.
Would you like somebody else, sir?
You can send me anybody you want. We still got lights on the pace car, so we still got a few miles. Currently under yellow, first caution of the night. 2 cars have retired. Randy Claflin, unfortunately, and Pat Makarski after that wreck we just witnessed. All cars have pit.
Mr. Blaine, I brought Keith down here to the booth.
Keith Bynum, how are you this evening, sire? You got me?
Oh, Keith Bynum's right here. Come on. Yeah, we got you. And just trying to stay out of trouble. I got my team members lining up behind me. They're coming. I got one right behind me, and the other 2 are not far. We're going to gather up. We're going to ride the inside line, keep it safe, try to avoid the accidents. Accidents usually concur from the inside line to the outside line. So anyway, and other than that, doing great and having a good time racing with the guys here.
Yeah, the bottom line's always the line where, at least if you're down there, you can kind of hope that accident kind of washes away to your right side. You just drive straight through it, right?
Hopefully, yeah. And just this team racing, when you putting together 4 or 5 cars together, trying to run together, it can cause a lot of confusion sometimes, especially if the teams ain't communicating. So just our communication on our radios, our team radios is very important in this race.
Yeah, I haven't talked about the whisper. Every team has their teammates on a separate key, so you guys can, get up to some nefarious planning and get stuff done the proper way.
$10-4 on that. Yeah. I got team members hollering at me on the radio.
Yeah, I'm used to that. I figure sometimes when there's a pause, I know you're listening to some instructions, and we can't hear that stuff.
Fixing to go back green here in a minute. Shout out to my wife and grandkids and daughters and stuff, and My buddy Larry's at home listening to us tonight. I love having friends check out our racing. I want to make them hungry where they'll come do it with us.
That's it, man. Get more people on this thing. The more the merrier. Well, good luck with the rest of this thing, dude. And yeah, keep that thing clean and hook up with those screen guys.
Blaine, thank you for hosting the radio. I've been checking it out. It's really good. You do a good job broadcasting. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Keith. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys better get back in the main room. Good luck.
Take care.
All right, there you go. Keith Bynum in the 773, the ugliest car I ever did see. I painted it, so I'm allowed to say that. And a whole bunch of people in the chat. I can't keep up with it. My brother, my friends, I got all kinds of people. Time to trade some paint. Craig Hadley, let's go Silver Team. Oh yeah, Chris Elliott's. Hey Chris, what's happening? Chris Elliott, also a league administrator here at Talladega Nights, could not make the race tonight. It's New Year's Eve long weekend, so the Elliots are probably just entertaining more Elliots. But Chris is watching, so that's good. Hopefully everything's going good. Stay cool and stay safe. We'll see you in 2023. Green flag is in the air, and we are back racing here at the start of lap number 10. Currently still focused on Keith Bynum in the 773. Just reading the chat right now. Bold choice to go with Mountain Dew Barf for the green. That was the precise reason that we did it. And we are under yellow again. Didn't even get up to full speed. Something happened there. Let's see here. Question from the chat. If you wreck pre-race, are you out? No. Before the race, all the practices and stuff that were going on, the boys usually just do some bumper car stuff. Unfortunately, that wreck that we just saw was... I mean, once the cars leave the track, it's hard, especially on a track like this that requires so much, aerodynamics. It's hard to come back, and you can pit. I mean, I usually give it one shot. Like if I'm racing here and I get up, get some air under the car and maybe get a little bit of a bump. What'll happen is I'll usually send it to the pits and see if the pit crew can actually smash the damage out of it. You'll hear me say, get the hammers. Apparently there was an accident, but I'm having trouble finding it. Oh, there it is. Larry Wyndham is on his side. Yes, sir. What's happening?
I have brought down Mr. Dan.
Don't whisper to me. Tim can't hear you. Hey, Tim, what's happening, man? He might be whispering to people, too.
I brought down Tim Nasker for a quick interview with you, sir, under this yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, man, how you doing out there tonight? How is it racing in a team situation like this? It's got to be a little bit different if you're not with familiar people.
It's different. I always try to take care of my teammates anyway, so it's different, but it's a good time.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I've been playing this game for 20 years. I bought it brand new, and never really had a situation like this where you can, team up with 5 guys and try to win as a group.
Yeah, it's not really about winning. It's about trying to get all your teammates up as high as you can. So it's a little bit different mindset, but it's a different dynamic. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't necessarily have to win. As long as you're all kind of beside each other at the end of the race, there's a good chance the points add up and you get first place as a team.
That's the goal. We're going to do the best we can.
Any crazy strategies or anything like that you got going on here, or just you trying to stick with your boys out there?
We had some strategy going in. It's easy to get everyone nose to tail and try to do the best you can throughout the race. But if there is a big wreck, you could take all of us out too. So we're gonna stay apart from each other a little bit through the early parts of the race, and then see if we can hook up here in the second half.
Right. Sounds like a good plan. Well, I'll let you get back up there and get back to it. Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, thank you, and can't wait to watch it back. I think this is my first time on your channel, so looking forward to it.
It is, yeah. I know your name because you've been around a while, but yeah, it's definitely nice to have you over here. Do you have any shout-outs you want to throw out, or you just, what do you want to do?
No, just like to give a shout out to all my boys over at Rolling Thunder Gaming. I know a bunch of them we're gonna watch, so good shout out to them, and shout out to all 4 of my teammates. We're gonna try to tear this thing up.
Right on. Words of wisdom. Thanks, man. Have a good race. Good luck.
Thank you.
Tim Nosker is definitely the guy to beat. I've raced with Rolling Thunder Gaming guys before. I raced the Bare Bones Series on Mondays and the Talladega Challenge. This is actually their track. That's where you can see from certain camera angles that I use here. You can see the RTG logo on the walls and in the pits and stuff. This track is the stock Talladega that came with the game in 2003, and it was heavily modified. Basically gripped it up a bit. The original track, it was pretty good on the low line, but the rest of the track was kind of iffy. So what they've done is they've modified this, tweaked it meticulously. This is actually version 3, and it's been the go-to Talladega track for a long time. It's pretty much perfect. I've gone around this thing a couple laps, 4 wide. You know, it's never an issue going 4 wide on this track. Especially if you race at Rolling Thunder Gaming on Thursday nights. They only race Talladega every Thursday. And you'll get on there, and there's at least 30 drivers every time. If you want to learn how to get around this track, go to Rolling Thunder Gaming on Thursday nights and race with these guys and just follow them and just watch how they do it. It's great fun. I mean, when you're 4 wide, your crew chief in the car doesn't even know how to tell you that you're 4 wide, because he's only programmed to tell you 3 wide. So they're just saying, hold your line. That's all he says. That's when you know you're in trouble. Like, okay, we're 4, maybe even 5 wide.
Caution.
Hey, Jeff, you're still in the broadcast booth, buddy. Hey, he's gone. He's calling out to the drivers if anybody's going to own up to that last caution. If they don't, the 43 car of Bob Dixon will yard that thing down pit road and have to go check out the replay. It looks like we've got some guys going down for another top up here. Couple cars near the back of the pack. You can see the NASCAR official at the bottom of your screen flip the stop sign. All that is if you are coming out of the pits and the pace car is going by that pit exit, he will pull the stop sign out. You have to stop right there. And then when he flips it green, you're allowed to go. If you drive through it, you get a penalty. Why does he pull out the stop sign? Because you're not allowed to merge back into the pack. You're only allowed to merge into the back of the pack. Currently on lap number 14 of 66. That last caution came out. We didn't even get up to speed. So hopefully this next time around, we get these things rolling. You can hear Robert Breedlove is actually clutching. He might just be doing that because it's under yellow flag conditions. The wide-angle view of Talladega. Always a fun, far-off place. After the holiday break, the Shake and Bake series resumes here at Talladega Nights on January 7th. Right here on Tarnation TV. I've been tasked with broadcasting Season 2 of the Shake and Bake series. 2 races are already in the books. Now we're on the holiday break. So in the new year, we come back on the 7th with race number 3. Once the first 10 races are done, that locks in the last top 10 drivers to start racing in stages for the championship. The last 2 races, as you can see there, stage number 1 is the top 10 drivers after the first 10. And then after that race is done, they take the top 5 of those 5 guys in the final race for the championship. And there's gift cards and prizes, and they'll mail you some stuff in the mail. It's pretty neat. We're getting ready to go green here now. Pace car is gone. And we are rolling with Bernie Mobbs leading the pack on to lap number 15. This new spectator camera is hilarious. It never changes. It stays in one position the whole time. We won't do that to you. Here we go down the back straightaway off turn number 2. Mobbs in the 47 right up front. A couple of silver Chevys pushing him. A couple of blue Fords coming up the outside to his left. In my opinion, though, the 47 is on the best line. The middle line is the fastest way around this track. You don't have to lift. It's very kind on tires. Looks like we have a car up there peeling to the pits. I hate to say it, but it's nice to see those black Chevys at the back of the pack. Those things always seem to win. They're fast too. They're also illegal. They're way lighter. Carbon fiber roll cages. All these cars are highly illegal. None of them ever pass post-race inspection. Totally lying. The cars you are watching tonight, this modification for the game, of course, these cars do not come with the game. This is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series 2019 edition. And right now, NASCAR just updated their stuff, and there is a next-gen mod out there as well, and it looks fantastic. A lot of really good support in the community for this aging game, which still, in my opinion, looks pretty damn good. The blue team there, all 5 of them are almost... Let's get up in the helicopter view. We'll be able to see this a little bit better from the helicopter view. Those light blue Chevrolets, all 5 of them are trying to get that high line moving. And this will probably be the best angle. Unfortunately, that 80 car in the middle of Brian Lovell, he's kind of getting, they call that the sucker hole because you got no help. Oh, you don't want to be bouncing off each other, boys. The number 5 is getting a little square. That's Joseph Landy Pavlon. It looks like it might be a little bit of an internet problem. Or it could also be a wheel problem. I've had my steering wheel actually come loose on the desk, and that's probably what it looked like. The 880s, those blue Chevys are getting that high side rolling now. Coming to lap number 19 here. They are going to be nose to tail. That's Randy Watt, Chuck McClure, Tim Knofsker, Rodney Sullins, and Doug Hulick. It's hard to believe that is position number 4 to 13, just on the light blue cars. That's how close they run here. Got a low line trying to start. I am not a big fan of the low line. These guys are almost door banging going down the back straightaway here. You can see that top line. The names I just read off, all these guys are used to racing with each other. Lost a little bit of time. Oh no. That is going to be bad. We have cars all over the place. That collected a lot of guys. Unfortunately, that collected a lot of people. Just a little bit of bad air in the middle of that. Not exactly sure where it happened, but we're going to find it. Looks like it happened right in here. You know how I know? Because that's what it looks. That's not how you're supposed to drive a car. You're not supposed to drive the car up a wall. Oh, I see. It looks like... Who's the first one? 884. Chuck McClure. Let's see here. Need a camera angle with that. Yeah, I don't know. That's just... they are really close. I bet you if I get out the back of the trunk of Chuck's car, that might have just been a little bit of a... Yeah, that's super close coming into the tri-oval. That is not going to be good for Chuck. Although the car did not go over, it may actually be all right. Not a bad camera angle looking out the trunk lid. Pit lane 2 might be a fun one too. It's a nice race at Talladega this evening. Holy moly. Yeah, that some of the cars in the back actually just threw the anchor out and got slowed right down. But that definitely collected... That collected a lot of cars. We're back live here now. That'll be caution number 3 of the evening. Currently on the starting lap number 21. Everybody coming down for service. 3 retired cars this evening, consisting of Pat McCarskey in the 84, Randy Claflin in the 01, and the 442 of CCR Sanders. Those 3 cars have been forced to retire. We could see a couple more. Currently, everybody is pitting, though. Fastest lap today so far is ECT Pumpkin. 47.93 second lap at 199.5 miles per hour. That will change. If we get some green flag laps going and actually get these cars warmed up, I've seen guys pretty close to the 201 average. That's wild how... And that's an average all the way around the track. That's not just like the fastest speed. That's an average speed. So that's... Sometimes you see some crazy high speeds. But if you get the right bumps at the right time, away we go.
All right, Blaine, I am back in the booth. Hope you're having a fun time up here. I brought down a guest for you.
All right, then. Thank you, sir. Craig, welcome to the tower. You got me?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Okay, so there was a lot of cars involved in that last little dance right there. Were you one of them?
Yeah, I got punted from the back a little bit and got a little bit of front end damage, but it'd be all right.
Okay, so did they take the hammers to that thing, or it seems like it's good to go?
Well, I'm in pit road right now. We'll see how hard to hit on it.
Yeah, sometimes you get a couple of swings, and sometimes they park you. I hate them. I hate when you hear the engine shut off. Looks like you got out of there.
That's killer. Quick. Yeah, it wasn't too bad apparently.
Right on, right on. Well, hopefully it's clean. How is it racing with your teammates? You've raced with those guys before, or are they? Is it all new?
It's still pretty new. I've only been running for a couple of weeks. I used to run it a long time ago, but it's all coming back to me.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike, eh?
Right.
Yeah, right on, man. Well, it looks like a successful pit stop, and long way to go with a 66 lap race. So hopefully we can get some green flag pit stops under this.
hopefully we can get it together and put a long run together.
Yeah, it's definitely been exciting to watch now, though. I mean, these replays are nothing too shabby. It's not just a car spinning out. There's guys airborne, flying through the sky, so it definitely looks good. It's entertaining for the broadcast, but not kind of the way, not what I want to see either, so it's kind of like a 50-50.
Yeah, it looks good from the outside, but in here it gets a little hectic.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I guess it's nice when you're watching it in your review mirror, so hopefully we wish you luck, and hopefully that's the rest of your race. If anything crazy is going to happen, it happens behind you.
Well, let's hope so. I appreciate it.
Right on, man. Good luck.
Thanks.
Thanks to Jeffrey for throwing all these guys down here. You still there, Jeff? He's probably busy talking. He's got a lot going on. He's got 17 keyboards, 14 computer monitors.
I have brought you another guest to the tower, Mr. Blaine, Tarnation TV.
Oh, look at that. We got Kelly. Good evening.
What's going on, man?
Right on, dude. Another, a lot of cars got involved in that last wreck. Did you happen to be one of them? I noticed you're running back there at about 29th right now.
Yeah, I got clipped right as it started kind of and spun out a good bit down in the grass and all that, but really didn't take any damage.
Yeah, we were just talking to one of your teammates there, Hagley. Same thing. He took a little bit of damage, but they didn't really do anything. So it's sometimes you just get caught in the right spot at the right time, especially if you can get down in the infield and avoid any contact with other cars.
Yeah, it was. I got down, out of the way and spun a couple times and saw I wasn't gonna hit nothing, but it was a lot of cars behind me coming, so I was lucky,
Yeah. How was it? I know Jeff's been working all week at getting all these cars in here, all you drivers in here to drive these things. Like, was it? Were you down to the wire making it here tonight, or was it no issues?
Well, I wasn't going to be involved in this, and I had a change of travel plans and was allowed to get in and had somebody back out. So I was late edition, and I was happy I could get into it.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Last race of the year, pretty much, for most of these guys. So it's so far so good.
Not to cut in.
Right.
We're getting ready to go back.
This time of year, nobody has any league races, so you kind of get an itch to get in there some. So I was glad they got this race.
Yeah, glad to have you. Well, we're getting ready to go green. The lights are off, so I'll let Jeffy put you guys back in the driver channel.
10-4, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you.
Kelly Buckshot, Kazi. We were actually focused on Craig the whole time. What number is Kelly? What were we doing here? 46. Oh, I made that mistake. There's Kelly there. I said teammate. I was wrong. Craig is not Kelly's teammate. They probably hate each other's guts. Because Craig's driving a green car, Kelly's driving a white one. So that's Kelly. Like I said, I've got multiple monitors here, and the green flag is in the air, and away we go. Start of lap number 24. We'll actually focus on Kelly back here, running in the 32nd position. A lot of his teammates are scattered throughout the pack. I'm trying to find them, actually. So if we've got Kelly in the 46, and then we've got Roberts in the 44, and Bernie in the 47. Those guys are up the front. Where's Bob? 18th. So yeah, the white team, White Dodge, is actually scattered throughout this field pretty good. But like we were talking to there before, I believe we were talking to Novsker about that they want to stay apart from each other. The other team there, the blue team, they want to not really race together so early, because if something does happen, you don't want to be bouncing off your buddies. It's hard not to do it, though. I mean, it's hard not to let your friends in line if there's a gap. Who's out the back there? Let's see. Is that Tim? No. It's not the Tarnation TV jinx, is it? Every time we talk to somebody, they end up way in the back. Yeah, he's under power. Currently focused on Tim Nosker in the 881. Rolling by himself at 174 or so miles per hour. About, when you're a lone wolf out here, average speed's about 179. So he is definitely off pace. Where's his highest teammate currently is Doug, running in 11th. A plethora of cars on that highline: green, white, red, blue, and black, and silver. Every team represented on that highline almost. I just noticed we don't have any yellow Toyotas in this race. There is a set of Toyota yellows, but currently most laps led. There's a number 47 of Bernie Bobs. Bernie has led 10 laps tonight. Five laps by Mark Paglia in the 93. Greg, and who's got the next one? Doug with 4, Greg with 3, and Bob Semineris got 1. Greg Level with 3. There's a couple of Gregs here tonight. Got to be specific. Currently watching Bernie Mobs in the 47. Three wide racing here, coming out into the back straightaway. Three wide racing at Talladega is definitely nothing new. More cars in the line are faster. As you can see, that middle line up front, 5 cars is pulling away. We also have the high line of 5 cars trying to get something going, but they're not really close together. Those orange Hondas are trying to claim that center line, but it's getting a little cramped right there. This helicopter angle, number 5, they're going to go 4 wide into turn 1 right here. 5 car of Joseph Landy Pavlon. He fell out of the groove and he just lost about 15 spots. Unfortunately for Joseph. He's still traveling at 195 miles an hour though, so if he will be able to latch on to this pack at the back here. We'll zoom back up the front. Honda's making a move up top there. Oop, wrong way. Lines are trying to form and then they fall apart fairly quickly. That top line's pretty consistent. We're trying to get a run on that front pack. The blue Ford's right up the middle. A couple of Hondas on the inside. 46 car there too. Who's in the 46 this evening? That's Kelly. We were just talking to him. Latching onto those orange Hondas, trying to run that middle groove. As I said, that middle line is the fastest way around this track. Especially now that there's about 9 cars in a row right there. That is going to be the line you want to be on. Everybody's tucking into that middle groove. Blue car in front is the number 93 of Mark Paglia, followed by the number 47 of Bernie Mobs, the 81 of Greg Lavelle, the 97 of Bobby Farrell, the 94 of Greg Palmer. The first Honda there, the 446 is Jeffrey Elliott. Herbert Solomon in the 771, Stephen Brandstetter in the other Honda, 443. And that, of course, was at the line last time around. I will estimate if we run green right now, going down the front straightaway into turn one, doing 200 miles an hour on that center line, following Ken Roberts. His speedometer just hit 201 miles an hour. At the line, he was in 10th. Of course, that can change so fast here. I will predict probably somewhere around lap 44 to 45 or so, we're probably going to see green flag pit stops if we go green. Because I'm thinking if we can get into around lap 45, maybe even push it a little bit farther than that. This is a 66 lap race. If there is no more yellows, and you can get as far as possible on this current tank of fuel, you can get to the end under green with one more stop. You're really going to need some luck on that fuel tank, though, so it will be tight. But as is Talladega or anything racing related, trying to predict this stuff is absolutely insane. TarnationTV.com, we are the perfect people to predict things because we have no idea. We are never right. I'm never right. Like, oh, the 44 is going to win. Because Ken Roberts always wins. But now that I've said it out loud, he probably won't. Ken Roberts he's definitely not a stranger to the victory circle. I gotta ask him about that go-kart thing. How he got kicked out of every go-kart track. Probably Rubbins racing the fenders right off the go-karts. Got some 3 wide going on back here. Into the tri-oval. Coming around to the stripe. Lap number 35 has begun. All the white Dodges in the 40s occupying that bottom line with the Hondas. The blue Fords have been up front all day. From what I can see, there's only 2 black Chevys remaining. Oh, we're getting a little squirrely back here mid-pack. It looks like they settled her down. Yeah, we see that in there. It gets a little bit, you get a little bit of turbulence. Sometimes you get in the corner and you're going to hit somebody, or maybe not hard, but you don't really want to push in the corners. It depends who you're pushing. Some guys can take the push, depending how they have their wheel set up and their driving style. I'm on the fence about that. It's really is. You got to trust the guy that's going to hit you, and you got to know it's coming too. So there's definitely some things that need to all come together to make sure bumping into turns. It can happen. I've seen it. Like if you race Talladega long enough, and a lot of these guys know this track inside and out, what line to be on. Currently looking at the 883 of Rodney Sullins. He has made 4 pit stops this evening, according to my statistics, and has not led any laps. Well, that doesn't mean anything. It's a team race. If it was to finish right now, it looks like it would definitely be the blue Fords. Even though the white cars, there's 4 Fords in the top 10 right there. Forming up for some more 3 wide back here. The green cars are trying to find their way around. We've got a car down low. That looks like Mark is peeling to the pits, giving up the lead. He has led 15 laps. Bernie Ma... Oh, wait, no. Who's in first here? Gonna wait for that to reset. Greg Lavelle in the 81 was in first at the stripe, leading 4 laps this evening with 2 pit stops under his belt. Now, Mark may have taken a gamble at that last caution and stayed out to get those lead laps and get up the front. Track position at Talladega is a big thing. We're going to go 4 wide here, almost. Everything worked itself out swimmingly. Good show, gents. Good show. Oh, no. Unfortunate for Robert Breedlove. We do not have a yellow flag. Actually, I'm focused on this. The yellow did not come out. We're still under green flag conditions. I thought for sure that would have been yellow, but because of where it happened and out of the racing line, with nobody coming to impact that accident, that's usually what will happen. If there's a car in the racing line and you swerve up in front of them, the yellow will come out. But because both of those cars were wrecking and they were down there to the right, you can see the skid marks. They did not affect the race. That is a bad merge by the 53. Holy moly. Mike Mangialardi. That was a bad merge. Holy moly. He probably should have stayed down low. But wow, everybody went, you know what, I want to see that again. I'm going to back that up. That put him merging into the turn like that, it really put the squeeze on those guys. He merges in the turn, and they had to give him that line. Let's get on him here. Where is he? Yep, 4 wide. Not too bad. He tried to keep it down there, but yeah, that definitely could have been an absolute catastrophe. But everybody made it work. The drivers do have hotkeys. When you are driving, you can hit your keyboard. You can bind a bunch of hotkeys across the top of your keyboard to say certain things to other drivers. Like pitting now. Oh, we are pitting now. Lap number 41, a little bit earlier than my prediction, so they probably... Green flag pit stops here for Bobby Farrell. We're in a green flag pit stop sequence here. We're trying to catch the main pack. Okay. These guys will definitely be coming down soon, I would imagine. These other cars merging back in here have already made their pit stops. These guys are choosing to go low. Doug Hewlick in the front there, that front blue car driven by Doug Hewlick in the 882. Behind him, Rodney Sullins in the 883, and they're going to stick together. Head to pit road from 199 miles an hour down to 55. And they hit it perfect. We'll stay locked on Rodney. See how many tires these guys take. Team Blue. Rodney clearly qualified in the 3rd position. He's got the 3rd stall. He's taking right sides. And definitely going to get gas. Right sides only for Rodney. And he is coming out of this pit stall. Perfect timing. He's got a group with him. So this group of 4 or 5 cars will be able to get back up to speed and join back into this, into the high speedness of this track. Alex Moe currently in first. But he's currently in first all by himself, unfortunately. This may not last, because as you can see, one car is definitely not as fast as multiple cars. But it does get Alex a couple of laps led, and he's going to yield to the main pack. Alex will remain on the lead lap. It's not his first time here either, so he knew nobody's going to pick him up, because he's the only black Chevy out there right now. He just moved over. He latches onto that draft in the back. Those other cars will pick him up. There's Randy Wan, the 880. Behind him, Larry Windham in the 444. Bob Seminara in the 96. This looks like the secondary pack here is forming up. Green flag pit stops always are very cool because it breaks the pack up a little bit. So now the cars will all be strung out. And it will definitely come down to some pit strategy now, because they are going to have to pit again. So running some numbers on my calculator right here, it looks like some of these guys might be about 5 laps short on fuel. Full tire stops for some of them, so they'll definitely... It's going to be pit strategy. Because tires are going to come into play. But if they got tires that time, they'd probably skip them next time. Or maybe just get right sides only. Alex Moe has locked on in the 10th position. So he did get freight trained and only lost 10 spots. So that's pretty good for Alex. In front of him, Doug Hulick. In front of him, Rondy Sellens. In front of him, Kelly Cossie in the 46. The 446 is Jeffrey Elliott. Currently in the 6th position or so. 81 of Greg Level. 771 Herbert Solomon. Greg Palmer in the 94. And he is following Ken Roberts and Bernie Mobbs. That car also is highly illegal. Only problem is nobody knew it until I said it out loud. Current fastest lap around this track, 47.69 seconds, 200.5 miles per hour by Robert Breedlove. Robert right now is in the 28th position at the stripe. Oh, I hear screeching of tires. We may have to go back and look at that as we are under yellow. Field is frozen. The rules here, Talladega Nights, the field is frozen when the yellow comes out unless you're within 10 laps to the checkered flag. So that would be lap number 56. We aren't there yet. This is lap number 47. So they'll just roll out of the throttle here when they come around. Holding the positions, not passing. And we're going to go back and we're going to find that replay. Unfortunately, it looks like Randy Waugh got caught up in that. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was just a slow-moving car, and probably a little bit of a miscommunication on that one, unfortunately. It's Cabana Man. That doesn't even look like he hit him. Maybe it's just an internet thing. That's too bad. Cabana was moving pretty slow. Wait a second. Why is he slowing down? Let's see this here. Is the yellow already out? No, it's not. Something happened to Cabana Man because I'm looking at this and I'm seeing Okay, let's get on top of his car. From his view, those green lights on the wall, you can see on the right side of the track on the fence. The lights are green. You can't see his speed, but I can. Right now, he's traveling at 190, 900, and he just starts dropping. He dropped 50 miles an hour right there. That was, I think he had a mechanical failure on the desktop side of that. Because that car dropped 50 miles an hour out of nowhere for no reason. And unfortunately, that's a lot of speed to lose. And Randy Waugh could not react to that. Hey Jeff, if you can hear me, Cabana Man looks like he must have lost power or something because his might have had an issue with controllers. If you wanted to send him down here.
He's already took off. Yep, well.
Roger, roger.
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, it looks like he may have had a definite controller failure, unfortunately. To drop that much speed that fast, it almost sounds like maybe his USB plug fell out of his computer or something, or just a weird little glitch. I've had that happen with keyboards and stuff for some reason. It'll just kind of disconnect and reconnect again, and if that happens in the middle of a race, when you're doing 199 miles an hour...
All right, Blaine, I brought
problem.
you a guest to the Tarnation Tower.
Mark Paglia in the 93. How you doing, man? You're out there leading some laps.
Yeah, Blaine. Well, I made a mistake. I took not enough gas on that last previous stop and got me out front, which was fun, but he got me in the back of the pack again.
Right, because that was gonna be my question, because I saw you peel off a little bit early from everybody else, obviously to get fuel. And was it just not setting the fuel guy to dump 2 cans?
Yeah, so I hate to blame the computer on that, but I don't know why it was only having half a can instead of 1 can or 1.5 cans.
Yeah, that is weird, because it comes down to the last stop when you might mess with something like that, because most of the time it's just going to fill 2.
Yeah, no kidding. Well,
yeah.
I'm still hooked up. I'm going to set up behind my teammate, Bob Centenera, and he's a great racer, and Greg Palmer's up there, so we're going to be all right.
Yeah, and with the yellow flag coming out, you guys can get back to basics, tighten the field back up again, and hopefully run to the end, because you should have enough fuel. I'm hoping now to get to the end.
Yeah, I hope it goes green too. I like races that finish under green. I hate when things happen at the tail end and we finish under caution, because it doesn't really give you a real flavor of who won the race, I don't think.
Yeah, the race back situation's nice within 10. It sort of does feel like a finish. But yeah, to actually run that final lap right to the checker under green is always the goal.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, thanks for popping in, and congratulations and good luck and all that other good stuff. So hopefully your fuel guys jammed as much gas in that thing as possible now. He should be good to go to the end. So
yeah, luck. I am. I'm good to go. Everything's ready to go. So we're just going to try to stay clean and get it to the finish. Thanks, Blaine.
No problem. Did you want to give anybody a shout out while I got you?
Well, just my teammates, Bob Seminara and Bobby Farrell and Greg Palmer, and they're doing a great job.
Right on, man. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
Mark Paglia in the 93 car. The blue Ford, Mustang, Chevrolet, Toyota Corolla, Camry. Highly illegal. Those rims right there. See how white those are?
Blaine,
That means
I brought you another guest down here to the Tarnation Tower.
Oh, Tarnation TV welcomes Bob Dixon to the Tarnation TV Tower. How you doing, sir?
Hey, man, I am fine and dandy.
Rock and roll, man. I got to find you now. What car number are you driving tonight? That's the one.
I'm the 43.
Oh, actually, you know what? You're
Dodge.
always the 43. Yeah, I remember that. I painted that gosh darn thing. You think I'd remember that? But yeah, going around in circles like always. It looks like a lot of fun out there. How's the administration boss duties going? Are you guys keeping her in check?
Well, we laid down a few, I won't say heavy, but a few stern rules before we started, especially about team speak and cluttering up the channel, and it seems to work. Everybody's kind of staying off.
Right on. Yeah, Jeff filled me in on that too about the, it's got to be strictly track talk, and they got Greg Palma out there making sure everybody keeps their yaps shut. So that's always nice. The enforcers.
Yeah, it is. Appreciate what you do for us and recording this tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. It's a different. I was really pumped to actually get to call a team race because it's a different kind of broadcast. Because you're not necessarily looking for a winner; you're just looking for that winning team. So it looks like the lights are off on that pace car. So
I better get us back up there, but thanks a lot, Blaine. And I'm ready to pull Mr. Dixon up. So finish it up real quick would be awesome.
I was going to say good luck, Bob, and we're looking forward to the factoids. Well, at least the drivers are. We won't be able to hear it on the broadcast, but the legendary factoids coming up after the race.
I hear you. Okay. Thank you so much.
Right on.
All right. Bye.
Bob Dixon, one of the administrators at Talladega Nights. At the end of every race, as you can see, stay tuned for the factoids. Bob has been involved in the NASCAR Racing 2003 community for a long time, and at the end of the race, he has all his little stats from the race, like, laps led, high speed, all that good stuff. So it's always fun to hear him drop his statistics. And he always races the 43 car. Getting ready to go green flag racing one more time. Lap number 52. These guys will definitely be able to make it to the Undone Fuel. So let's see if we can go green. Let's ride along with Bob in the cockpit and listen to him gear this thing up. Bob Dixon, the 43, I saw him latch on to the other white cars there because they are all teammates, the Dodges. Team Dodge White. Yeah, wow. We are... Ooh, that's going to be bad. Yep. We're going to go back and look at that one. We're going to watch this race. These guys are going to have to sort this out, not wreck some more. They're going to keep her going. It looks like back there they got about four. They got four wide across, and that's a tough spot to do it. This track is really wide, and you can race four wide around here, but it's hard to kind of get forced into that position that quick. If you know what I mean, it's tough. It looked like an erratic move, and then everybody's got to make an erratic move, and sometimes that is not going to happen. So let's back that up, get you guys a replay of that. TarnationTV.com is the website if you want to stay tuned. We also have a Facebook page. It's all listed below in the descriptable. So if you want to prescribe to the channel and hit the thumb bell, maybe you don't do it then. I don't care. Wait, what am I going to make you do it? Can't make you do nothing. Unfortunately, that's league owner. And that's my keyboard. That's pretty funny. Okay, we have to back that up. It's making funny sounds on my keyboard. Okay, so this is Jeff. Like he's got them locked up like you're supposed to, but when you're on the grass, the wheels, and he had to clobber knock another Honda, Team Orange Honda, up in the wall. Who is that? That is Brandstetter on his roof, rolling around. It's not the way you're supposed to drive a car, bro. You know what's fun to do? Get in the cockpit. That's really fun to do. You get in the cockpit when a car flips over. So. It almost sounds like you may have popped an engine. Oh, maybe not. It's still under power. You might have just had the clutch in. Currently on pit road, Brandstetter is probably waiting to see the damage report. After going end over end like that. Oh, it looks like they got it moving. The numbers are completely scraped off the roof. But he's going to see, under green flag conditions, if that car can hold speed. I mean, I've seen cars where they're cutting pieces off the thing, and the guys will take them out there and race them. So it's always worth one shot. If he can get out there and it stays up to speed, you're going to have to, in a pack, hopefully keep around 195. You probably could be all right. He might need to have people pushing, but, we'll see what happens. Splash and Go graphics. A lot of quality textures and artwork done by those guys and girls over at Splash and Go.
Mr. Blaine, I brought you a guest.
Another guest on the show this evening. Who's that? Randy Waugh. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Unfortunately, I can't find you. Where are we? Oh, you're the 880 car. That's why I can't find you. Because I'm looking
it's
for.
Not my usual number.
Yeah, that's the thing with the broadcast. I'm doing a lot of looking around on my screens here, trying to find who's who. Anyhow, a lot of right side damage to that car. Have you had that thing up to speed with that damage, or did you get involved in that last wreck?
I wasn't really involved. I avoided it, but I hit the wall to avoid it.
Yeah.
And it gave me a little damage. Earlier, I was in that big wreck, and it took me like 3.5 minutes to be towed.
Oh, wow. It was a big tow job, eh?
Yeah, so I'm 2 laps down now.
Yeah. Are you won't be eligible for Lucky Dog, eh? Because they only do, what, the first 2?
Correct.
Yeah, there's not enough time left in the race. Well, at least if that thing's up to speed, it gets points for your team.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, that's it. As long as you can get it over the stripe at the checker, then it counts towards the points. So it doesn't look like Team Black Chevy is going to be an issue. There's only 2 of those guys left.
Well, we got a couple of our guys up front, and I think I'd probably be up there with them if I hadn't gotten involved in that big wreck earlier.
Yeah. Hopefully the end of the race, because you guys were running up front a lot of the first half of this race. It was all the 880 cars all up front there.
Yeah, I started way back in 27th or something and worked my way up there, and then got involved in that wreck, and it just kind of ruined my day.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, a lot of cars out here though. A lot of them are still running. So hopefully you can get to the end and that thing will actually drive well for you. Did you have any shout outs you want to make before we go back racing?
I think we might have lost him.
Yeah, he might also be on team chat too. Still there, Randy?
I'm gonna move Randy back up there for you,
All
Blaine.
right,
I'm
then.
gonna grab somebody
Yep.
else real quick.
Okay. Probably some microphone issues there with Randy, possibly. And like you say, too, each team on TeamSpeak, they all have
Let's
their...
go.
All right, we have a special guest in the booth, Mr. Blaine.
Oh, it's Greg Palmer. How you doing, sir? I heard you are the security team for TeamSpeak now. You got to tell these people to keep their yaps shut.
Yes, because I know people.
Yes, I know. We know people that can do things to other people.
Yes, before turn 4.
Yeah, right on, man. So how's the car running? I got to find you now.
My Ford is fast, I'll tell you. Trying to keep up with these guys, it gets to be a headache, but I'm holding my own.
Yeah, right on. Car looks clean. I mean, looking at it here from all the possible camera angles, there's been a lot of fairly fantastic-looking accidents out there. Have you been caught in any of them? You've been up front most of the nights, so hopefully you've been lucky.
I have been lucky. Yeah, Blaine, definitely been lucky, avoiding some accidents left and right. So hopefully it goes clean all the way through to the end.
Yeah, right on. Any shout-outs you want to make before the lights are off on this thing, so we better hurry up and get you out of here.
And just waiting for my Ford teammates to get up here.
Right on, man. Well, good luck. And I mean, lots of fuel, lots of time to get to the end of this thing with no pitting issues. So good luck on this sprint to the finish.
Thanks, Blaine. Thanks, guys. Jeff, Chris, everybody, thank you, man.
Have fun, bud.
Thanks, Jeff. Good luck, Greg.
Thank you.
Greg Palma. He is the security. Track talk only, boys. This will be a sprint to the finish. We are coming up to lap number 58 at the line here. And there is 66 laps on the board. So we are now in a race back situation. If the yellow flag happens to come out, the field will not be frozen at the time of yellow, but it will be frozen at the line. So they have to race back to capture their positions. Green flag is waving. Cars are accelerating. This is what happens in races of this nature. Oh, the 81 of Greg is going to choose that middle line again, so he just slid right up in front of Palmer there. Oh, we give him a little rub. Currently retired cars, if you're just curious, Pat McCarskey, Randy Claflin, CCR Mike Sanders, Tom Dixon, Denny Carroll, Gary Heiser, Brian Lovell, Tim Nofsker, Cabana Man, and unfortunately Jeffrey Elliott was forced to retire as well. Tight. We got to get some people got to lift. Wow. We're bouncing off each other going down the back straightaway here. And they are 3 wide, and I do believe they will remain this way because there is going to be at the line 6 laps to the checkered flag. Three wide racing all the way across. It is a smorgasbord of different colors at the front of this pack, too. This is going to be tough to call. There is no dominant team right now. It looks like there's going to be the white cars. There's 3 of them. There's 3 greens. Just a couple of blues. We'd have to wait until the race is done to get an estimate. And results at the line, of course, at the checkered flag will be unofficial. Race administration will go through the replays to see if anybody forgot to, serve penalty properly or whatever. Administrators will clear black flags on restarts. If you call to have a black flag cleared and you actually should have served it, That'll also be a 1 lap penalty as well. We're getting 4 wide going back here. Oh, wow. Okay. Lap number 61 of 66. 3 wide, no lift, and all gas, no brakes. This is Talladega, Alabama, people. Come on. That high line is very straight and narrow, bumper to bumper. They might actually, if they get a couple more cars up there, they might actually be able to get a run if they can hold it. And that low line is moving ahead too, even though the middle line, like we've been saying the whole race, the middle line is the fastest way around this track. But that low line of the 47 of Bernie Mobbs and the 46 of Kelly Cossey the 444. For some reason, my scoring is putting Larry Windham in first in a Honda, which I do not see. So I believe that is a glitch. Bernie and Kelly are leading this race. I don't know why that is. That is very odd. Where is... It's for some reason it's scoring Bernie in first. Okay, there it is. Yeah, that was a glitch. Sometimes when cars go over the line and maybe they lag out a little bit, like the car disappears, that causes a scoring anomaly. It happened one week with Jeffrey Elliott because he ended up having like a 700-mile-an-hour lap. He did like a lap in 9 seconds. It was the same thing. He probably just blipped over the line. Oh no, we got front row action. This is race back. That just took out about a dozen cars. This is a race back situation, and this is probably going to be the end of the race. And it's the 47 of Bernie Mobbs. To quite possibly win this race, because we have cars a lap down. That will be the final. Cars being a lap down add an extra pace lap because they're not allowed to pit first time round. So looking at your top 6 drivers, we have 3 white Dodges. The number 44 of Ken Roberts, the number 46 of Kelly Cossey, the number 47 of Bernie Mobbs. So I am going to go out on a limb right there and say we've got, in the top 6, we've got 3 white cars, and then the other 3 is number 50, a 93, and an 884.
Yeah,
Team
unfortunately, one
white.
of the blue Chevy, like,
Mr.
I didn't do anything wrong with that guy.
Special
who
guest.
got in the
Hour, I brought you a special guest before you do the podium.
Hey, Joseph, you're on the broadcast. How are you doing, man?
Hey, hi. Thanks for having me. Hello. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm just disappointed because I came so close to a trip to victory lane there, and for my team, I didn't have too many guys left after some mid-race problems involving some of my teammates, so it kind of felt like I was a bit on my own towards the end, and you just hate to see this happen.
Yeah, you were up there, and I'm trying to find it on the replay here, actually, because unfortunately you got turned.
It was a bit of like a good racing.
Yeah, you are all alone up there, and it's unfortunate. Like I see it happen. I had to stay focused on the lead pack because we were racing. Yeah, it looked like. Yeah, they weren't going to give you that middle line back.
I gave it all.
Yeah,
I'm proud of the effort, and
yeah, man.
I just want to give a special shout out to my buddy Herbert Solomon, my team co-owner in the Green Dodge crew. He did a great job tonight as well, and hopefully I'll be able to come back out and have some better luck than this.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun seeing you. It popped up on the broadcast a few times. Unfortunately, that last time is not the time we want to. We don't want to see that. But yeah, you were up front and doing it. And like you said, being in the red cars, some of them faded away, and you were there. Unfortunately, got turned around. But definitely a good show, and yeah, hopefully come back out again. It's always nice to see all kinds of drivers show up for these things, and excellent run.
Thank you very much, sir.
Right on, man. Well, hopefully we'll see you back here again. Have yourself a happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thanks, Jeff. I think he's still in here. Yes, he is. Yeah, it's unfortunate there for Joseph. It looks like he slid out of that middle line just a little bit and tried to reclaim that spot.
Hello, Blaine, it's Jeffrey. Back to the tower quickly in my golf cart. I brought you another guest real quick, sir.
Looks like we got Andrew Miller in here now. Everybody's creeping in everybody's coming out of the woodwork, as they say. How you doing, Mr. Miller?
I'm doing all right. Little adrenaline still pumping a little bit, but can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Yeah, so how's the car looking? There's been a lot of tiny fender benders this evening. So from the broadcast right now, looking at you, it looks like the car's doing all right.
Well, I mean, it says I have some damage to repair, which obviously I'm just going to let it coast out. But I mean, the ultimate objective was just getting this thing to the checkered flag, and I think we achieved that fairly handily, even though I was involved in that last one. But just a spin, 16th, can't complain.
Yeah, mid-pack. Yeah, that's definitely for sure. You're a broadcaster as well. Do you want to plug your stuff?
Well, yeah, occasionally do some broadcasting over on the Top Dragster channel. We'll be broadcasting on the 3rd an ISRL race that they're doing from North Wilkesboro, so definitely check that out. Aside from that, just picking up wherever I can. And Blaine, it's really cool to see you doing this, man. And it's always cool to watch these back and kind of pick myself out of the crowd and be like, there I am, Mom, there I am.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been watching a lot of you guys broadcast for a while going, I could probably do this. So I stole some stuff from a lot of people and modified some things. And yeah, it's definitely a fun angle on an old favorite of a game to kind of turn it into a broadcasting thing sometimes.
It's a cool deal. I mean, especially for a game that's going to be 20 years old now, and you got a field of this size. It is awesome to see. I still got to look into that, some other one-offs that they might be running for that. But credit to you, Blaine, for putting this on. We appreciate you, and hopefully your stuff takes off here pretty good. I gotta check you out.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing it, and yeah, Talladega Nights, especially with a field like this, it's a challenge, but it's there's never a boring race.
I think we lost Blaine. You still got us, Andrew?
Are you guys there?
There he is.
Yeah, apparently I had an internet blip. That was kind of neat. It just come up and said offline. I'm like, for real? Because I don't want to go offline.
Right at the checkered flag.
Yeah, exactly. Why not, right?
Well, I mean, at least it was under caution, so at least you have that. All I'll say that, and then I'll let you go, is if you ever need someone in the booth with you, hit me up. I'm always happy to do stuff like that.
Awesome.
Hey, look at there, Blaine. Look at that. Hey,
awesome.
That's why we bring people together at Talladega Nights.
Thanks for the kind words, Mr. Miller.
Hey, right on. Appreciate you.
Right on, man. Have a happy New Year. Thanks for coming down.
Same to you, brother.
And Andrew, thanks for coming out tonight, man. It's a lot of cars, and we do our best, but we'll just keep getting better, man. So thanks for coming out.
It's my pleasure. Appreciate you having me here, and hoping to run with you guys a little more often now.
All right, I'm gonna move you back up so we can get Mr. Bernie Mobs' burnout.
Bernie Mobs is the winner of the race. The Team Dodge number 47 White. Gonna get a tap there. From the 771 of Herbert Solomon. Dumps the clutch. And away we go. See if we can find him in the smoke. Probably not going to happen. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Team White Dodge is going to end up with the team win for this evening, because we have three of those cars in the top 6. Oh, look, there's the pace car. He is definitely not the race. The pace car is not the race winner. Let's get that straight right away. So that was Talladega Nights' presentation of. Whoops. I'm going to save this replay first so we can get some of this stuff for you guys a little bit later. But Talladega Nights sponsoring tonight's race, the team race to end off the year number 2022. And goes out with a bang. Big fan of that race. It's a lot of fun to call that. 66 laps around this thing. A lot of great drivers came out. I almost lost connection there at the end, so hopefully the stream is okay. It's kind of a scary thing, and you're right down to the home stretch, and then everything just decides to quit for a second. I don't even know what that was, but if there was any glitches on the live broadcast, I apologize for that. I'm going to queue up some post-race discussion here. Like I said before, if you'd like to join us back here on the 7th of January, do so at your leisure. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do that. If you want to watch the Shake and Bake series here at Talladega Nights, season number 2 of the Shake and Bake series resumes on the 7th of January, 2023. Can you believe it? I certainly can. Here's some statistics for you. They probably won't fit on the screen. Official standings as right now, they are actually unofficial. Yeah, they will not fit on the screen. It's such a big list. But there you can see Bernie Mobbs, Kelly Causey, Dave Balser, Mark Paglia, Chuck McClure, Ken Roberts, Alex Moe, Doug Hulick, Keith Bynum, and Bobby Farrell's your top 10. Then we roll into Gary Mingus, Herbert Solomon, Bob Seminara, Larry Wyndham, Greg Palmer, Andrew Miller, Pumpkin, Dave Jandry, Bob Dixon, Stephen Brandstetter, Rodney Sullins, Mike Mangialardi, I hope I'm saying that right, Robert Breedlove, Craig Hagley, Randy Waugh, Joseph Landy Pavlon, Greg Level, Jeffrey Elliott, Cabana Man, Tim Nosker, Greg Level, Gary Heiser, Denny Carroll, Mr. Davis in the 774, Tom Dixon, CCR Sanders, Randy Claflin, and unfortunately in last place, Pat McCarskey. That's too bad for Pat. He's out here every week, and today was unable to get to the checkered flag. Jeffrey Elliott, you got me.
Yes, I do, Mr. Blaine. I have the podium waiting for you.
Let it rip, man. Let's talk to Nate. I guess we're going from 3 up.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
Nate Balser in the house. How you doing, man?
Hey, Blaine. How you doing, buddy?
I guess you were able to keep that car clean enough to get to the number 3 spot.
I tell you, I was a little bit worried there. Spun in the grass a little bit, falling back. Got a little bit of damage there, but just tried to hang on to it and just make some smart moves. You know, and sometimes it's best not to push things and kind of just go with the flow there at the end.
Yeah, and ending, and with the longer race too, a little bit of pit strategy, it didn't really come into play because of late yellow, but it was going to be tight on fuel.
Yeah, but I was watching that needle there, making sure, hoping I had got enough fuel last time, and making sure my tires are okay. And you're right about that.
Yeah, it comes down to the mathematics sometimes, and then it all goes out the window when that last yellow flag comes up.
Yeah, you just kind of end up throwing up your hands and hoping Lady Luck will stay with you.
Yeah. Man, the amount of emails I was getting from Jeffrey this week was hilarious. A lot of people had sent their bios in, so I've got them rolling on the screen right now. But yeah, any shout outs you want to give, probably to the family and whatnot?
Yeah, my family's always been supporting me, my wife and my daughters. And our puppy dog, they stare at the screen, and they're a wonderful cheering section. I couldn't do it without them. They're a great sense of support for me, and they've always supported me in this, and I appreciate it more than anything.
That's awesome. I got the same deal here too, so it's always great fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, thanks again for popping in and almost winning this thing again. So have yourself a happy new year, and congratulations on the finish.
Hey, and thanks a lot, Blaine. And I appreciate everything you do. Excellent broadcasting. Happy to be a part of it, bud. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Because we here at Talladega Nights only hires the best of the best, Nate. So,
amen to that.
I'm pumping them up a little bit. All right, Nate. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for coming out tonight at Talladega Nights. We always welcome you with open arms, my friend.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right. You have a good evening. Happy New Year.
Take care. Good night.
Nate Belser has left the building. We're now looking for Kelly Buckshot Kasi in the number 46 car. Buckshot again. How many times do I have to talk to you this evening, sir?
This is the best time to talk to you, isn't it?
That's it. Yep, exactly. Qualified in the 10th position and finished in second, so you don't really want to run around the back of this thing. You're just up front all day long.
Well, I was, and when you talked to me, I was at the very back and had a really good run, real quick. Got back up there quick, and it's most important to be up there around the front pretty much all night if you can.
So I'm showing here you didn't lead any laps. Why? What's the problem? Like Bernie Mobbs led 21. He's on your team. He should have shared the wealth a little bit.
Yeah, he should have, but no, I was pushing most of the night. I was behind one of my teammates, and I actually like doing that a little better, but honest with it. But I was glad we were there at the end. We were at the right spot at the right time on the bottom when they went to 3 lines, and kind of bottom usually goes to the front, so that's what happened.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the stats too. There's in the top 6, there's 3 of you white Dodges, so I think the team win goes to the white Dodge family. So congratulations on that. Roberts, Kasi, and Mobbs.
Yeah, that's Team Dodge. We get like a 2-foot trophy for that, don't we?
Yeah, it's a great big one. Jeff is going to send it to you. He's actually going to drive it to your house.
It's actually about 1.5 feet, but and it's plastic. It's
10-4. Oh, okay. Anything's best. It's definitely going to be on the shelf in the house.
You know what? You might get a coffee mug with Talladega Nights in your car. I did. Greg Lavelle just received his from the championship of the Shake and Bake, so we might work on something like that for you.
10-4. Good deal.
That's awesome. I'm seeing in your bio too, because Jeff had everybody sending bios in here. You're a gas man, like you were actually on the track as a pit crew guy.
Yeah, we ran ASA, which back in those days you had, NASCAR and then Busch and then ASA, and Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch and Reed Sorensen were in that division, and my brother ran some, and then we had a guy run, and I did the gas can most of the time. It was really exciting. It really was. The gas can, the catch can, I did it some, but that's a dangerous spot, man. You were behind the car, and the car that's behind you pitting, if they didn't stop, you were in trouble. So I was the big guy, so I was the one that got to do the gas can.
Yeah, it's like me every time I go to like a heavy metal show or something. I'm the 6'3" dude, and everybody just wants me to throw them up on top of the mosh pit. And I'm like, I'm the big guy. I always get the big guy job. But how much does a can weigh? The thing's gonna weigh like 80 pounds.
I think it's 85 pounds, but the hardest part is actually getting that thing lined up. All that weight on you, and you got to get it lined up just the right spot to let it engage. Yeah,
and you don't want to be dumping any, because if it starts dumping, you're losing a lot of gas.
10-4 and it's going all over you, and I didn't want that.
No. Wow. That's awesome, dude. Well, yeah. Anyway, thanks for popping in here. Second place finish again, and have yourself a happy new year. And do all your shout outs and whatever you want to say, let her rip.
I'd like to thank my wife, Karen, and my mom, who's I think they were watching, and my kids, and all my teammates I had tonight. Bernie did a great job, and Ken and the Dixons. So it was a good night for us, and appreciate you guys doing what you do. And Blaine, you do an excellent job, and Jeffrey and all the guys that run Talladega Nights really enjoyed it, and it's a great job.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Mr. Buckshot, we always welcome you here with open arms, man. We appreciate you coming out tonight. 38 guys out of 40. A couple of people were ill, so it was, it was a tough race. Talladegas always are tough, and especially team races, they can get a little hairy. But man, thanks for coming out. It was a blast.
Glad I could make it.
10-4, buddy. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Anything else, Blaine? You want me to put him back up there and talk to his buddies?
Might as well do Bernie. Yeah, he's number
Bernie
one.
Miles. All right, Buckshot. Have a good one, bud.
Thank you.
And we're going to bring the man himself, Mr. Mobs from Florida. See, Florida? I'm from Florida. That's how we roll. Here we go.
Bernie Mobs, how are you doing this evening? Congratulations on your first place finish.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing great. That was an interesting race, to say the least.
Yeah, it's showing here you qualified in second, finished in first. So led 21 laps, the most laps of anybody in the race today, like just an all-around home run.
Well, gee, I didn't know that, but thanks. It's good info. Yeah, I had a good fun. It's fun. It's nice run up the front and getting some good drafting and stuff from my help,
Yeah, and help get Team Dodge to the front, because like I was just telling Kelly there, in the top 6, we got 3 of you guys, so you pretty much locked down the Dodge team win.
That'd be nice, yeah. Shout out to Kelly. He definitely helped me at the end there, stuck with me and pushed really good.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you have any shout-outs you got to do for the new year and any plans coming in here, or especially with the strategies and stuff? I guess it's kind of hard to talk about a strategy at something like Talladega, but
yeah, you kind of go where you can go and hope it works out, because it's a crazy race. But shout-outs wise, thanks to Jeff and all the guys at Talladega Nights for putting this show on, and all you guys at the broadcasting booth for doing the broadcasting, because that's awesome. It's always fun to watch.
Well, thank you for the kind words. Yeah, it's definitely not easy, but it is a lot of fun. So that's why I do it. It's a different challenge for a game I've been playing for so long, to kind of sit on the other side of it and try something new. But it's a lot of fun watching you guys, especially when you can get a field of like 38, 39 drivers out on a Friday night during the New Year Christmas break. And, just this game's going strong and it's not going anywhere, and it's almost 20 years old. So I'm giddy. I love that there's still so much people that play this thing.
Yeah, it's a great game. I've been playing it since 2003. So, yep. Appreciate everything you guys do. It keeps the game going too.
Yeah. I got the game box right behind me. I still got the box, the CD-ROM, and the manual. I could probably sell it on eBay for $300, but I'm not going to do it.
No, me too. I've got it here, so I can see it where I'm sitting.
Well, thanks for coming down. Congratulations on your win, and of course the team win as well. I would say it goes to Dodge. I mean, the results are unofficial, but I didn't see anything wrong, so I'm just going to say congratulations, Team White Dodge, and congratulations on your win.
Well, thanks very much, and have a good New Year, everybody.
Right. Thank you, Bernie. You there, Jeff?
I am here. Bernie, I want to say thanks for representing Florida. I got people whispering in my ear. But thanks for coming out tonight, man. And appreciate you coming out for the team races. And you're always welcome here. Okay, bud?
Great. Thanks for the invite, and I'll see you at the next one.
All right, buddy. I'm going to send you back up. Congratulations on your win. I think your team won as well, so great job.
Thanks very much.
All right, guy. Thanks. Blaine, I'm gonna bring a few more guests in just to talk about our series real quick. Okay.
Yep, let her rip. Upcoming series for Talladega Nights. We got the Shake and Bake. We got the Back to the Future and some practicing. And yeah, let her rip there, Jeff. I'll let you do all the talking.
All right. Well, Mr. Blaine, I am back in the tower with you. My golf cart is like super fast, so I'm just jet lightning. We have Dave Jandry in here, Greg Lavelle. Of course, you know him. He's a former champ at Shake and Bake. And Craig is a up and new coming driver here in a different series. And I just wanted to ask them how their experience with the different series and the team race. So we can start with Dave. He's been out with, what, 2 team races, Dave?
Yes, that's correct.
So how you liking it so far over here at Talladega Nights? It's a little crazy, but it is, it is Talladega.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun, actually, especially when you start fielding like 40 drivers is pretty crazy. And the driving, actually, I thought was really good. You get a lot of drivers that you haven't raced with before. So it's, kind of like, when you get real comfortable with somebody on a track, it's a lot easier to drive with them. And here I thought the drivers did an excellent job. I think somebody at the end might have warped a little bit, like with 5 laps to go. Otherwise, I thought it was pretty good, clean race and pretty intense too.
It was very intense. And Greg Lavelle, I'm sure you were up front. I think I was behind you quite a bit in that middle of the run there. So how did you feel about the race tonight?
I thought it was great until the end. I'm just playing. No, it was a fun race, man.
I mean, Talladega's Talladega, right? We ran 30. Right. We ran 30 laps on a 10th race of the Shake and Bake at your final win. Exactly that race. It was caution free, so it can happen. And I'm bringing in new guys and trying to keep this thing going and keep the power going. And you got some really tough competition tonight, and it was good to see a lot of mix there. Craig, how do you feel about tonight? You've been out on a couple other series. How do you feel about Talladega Nights?
Yeah, tonight was first team race. I enjoyed it. It was a good time, and been running a couple other races and been having a good time out here. I'm just glad you got the league together and a place we can all get together and have a good time.
Yeah, that's what I strive to do. My driving is probably gone to crap. Although, Greg, on Monday nights, I think I got something from Mr. Lavelle, but we're gonna see about that about 10 weeks, right, Greg?
Bring it, baby, bring it.
So I just want to get some opinions from some guys that been here and 2 guys that come out here once, just started, and Dave's a busy guy. He races. Looks like you're west of Chicago by 100 miles. Is that right?
Yep, that's correct.
And you started racing in FSB in 2008 and at CCR. So, man, you've been around. You've been doing your thing for sure. So I'm glad you've been coming out here, bud. Appreciate it.
Yep, me too. It's fun.
There any shout outs you'd like to give to real quick?
Oh, no, it's I don't know. My nephew was going to watch this, but I need the link to it. I got in late and I didn't get a chance to give him the link. So
yeah, it's all over. I'll send it right to your message.
Hey, I do want to thank you for putting this on too. I know that takes a lot of work and effort on your part to bring this all together and put 40 cars on the track like that. It's a great show, man. And it's a great time too. A lot of good drivers, a lot of excellent drivers in there. It's fun.
Yeah, and we all wish for the best driving, and unfortunately, sometimes that doesn't happen. But I think it's just a fellowship, and I think TeamSpeak was amazing tonight. What an improvement! Yep. I believe Greg can really contest to that as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah, much different tonight. So that was cool. Greg, being a former champion, I want to say thanks for everything you do. Thanks for your admitting, and Craig, thanks for joining us, and I hope you stick around and come back and do the Monday nights and Friday nights. Fast and Furious Truck Series. That's awesome, and of course, Shake and Bake, man, ain't nothing like the Shake and Bake. So guys, thanks for all coming out here tonight. And I just want to give is there any shout out, Craig, you'd like to give out, or let's start with Craig.
I just want to thank you for putting all of it on, doing everything you do. All the hard work pays off.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And let me tell you, behind the scenes, yes, it's a lot of work. I probably spent 40 hours this week getting this race together, and I got the race for about an hour and a half. It is. That's what happens. And Mr. Lavelle, is there anybody you'd like to say hi to?
I'd like to give a shout out to BSR, Magoo, and all them guys over there. And I'd like to thank Blaine for broadcasting for us tonight. You did a good job, Blaine.
What?
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially when there's a full field like this.
Yeah, it's tough to cover by himself. You know, he might have met a new guy too down the road here. Out that maybe we'll see that someday, Blaine. So, all right, guys, I'll move you back up. Thanks for coming down and sharing a little bit of Talladega Nights experience so far, and we'll see you on the track real soon.
All right,
Well, I
thanks,
told
Jeff.
Brian and
Appreciate it.
those guys, Deanie and all them, if I got wrecked out, I was going to come down here and aggravate Blaine.
Yeah, you would have crept up on me because I got so many screens I wouldn't have even noticed.
Don't do that. Don't tiptoe through the back door.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I got to need a lock on that thing.
All right, I'm gonna let Blaine wrap this up. Blaine, thanks for your time. I just want to get a little input from some drivers. Thank you so much for what you do for us.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It was an awesome race to call, and yeah, hopefully we can just keep on doing it.
And for all
Thanks,
that.
Blaine. Appreciate it.
Happy New Year to you guys. I'll see
Yep,
you soon.
Happy New Year, guys.
Yep, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
A little bit of a driver's meeting there. Always fun talking to those guys. Looks like they all had a very good time. And of course, as always, we're going to play you guys a song on the way out of here. And it's probably going to be a song from the band who is hosting all the music this evening, known as the Day Street Brothel. Thanks again to Jonathan Barry coming in on the start of this broadcast. Guitar player, bass player, backup vocals, songwriter, loop creator, just, brother in arms when it comes to the YouTube thing. If you wanted to check out Jono and I down on a whole YouTube channel, I'll put the link below in the description so you can check that out. Of course, thank you to Jeffrey Elliott for running the league, Bob Dixon, Ken Roberts, of course, Donnie Elliott. Unfortunately, he can't race anymore, but Don does manage the entire website behind the scenes, that whole machine. It's I'm familiar with how that stuff goes, and running websites. It's fun, but it's not. So Don definitely, that's a lot of work with the website there, the Talladega Nights website. The link is down below as well for that one. And he puts up he puts up all the statistics, keeps track of all the points. It's just a never-ending flow of information and statistics that fly up on the Talladega Nights website. So definitely click on that if you're interested in the league. Thanks to Donnie for putting that thing out there. Chris Elliott, the whole Elliott family, I guess they're partying somewhere because we were short the number 9 car, although he usually drives the number 9. In a team race, that wouldn't be a guarantee. But anyway, everybody who's watching, thank you very much. If you do like the channel, click subscribe, and we'll see you back here next time. The song I'm going to play, I'm Alive Because of You, by the Day Street Brothel, written in part by my friend Jonathan Barry, and of course, Doug Smith. And of course, on this recording, it would have been Al Olner on drums, and Ryan Pugh on the bass guitar. And all quality people that I've been following around for a long, long time. The Day Street Brothel at ReverbNation.com/the Day Street Brothel. Thanks again. And this actually won't play. I just realized I don't have a Spotify thing. Oh, there it is. How professional. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And remember, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. See if I can hit the post on this song. TarnationTV.com. If you want to hit the website and follow us on there, if you're interested in our services, do that as well. Talladega Nights links are below. Thanks for watching the race this evening. Have yourself a happy, fantastic, and safe New Year. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. This is the Day Street Brothel. I'm alive because of you.